Okay? So yung episiotomy, the perineum. Perineum is a diamond shape whose boundaries are ganyan itsura niyan. Anteriorly, you have your external genitalia. Laterally, di ba nakaganyan? Nakabumaba. Okay? So, laterally, you have the ischial tuberosity. Then, posteriorly, you have your anus. So, it forms a diamond shape. And this space or area is called the perineum. This is the area that we cut during vaginal delivery. This is to help the mother to accommodate in expelling the fetal or the fetus during the vaginal delivery. Okay? Yung ischial tuberosity, left and right yan. Oo, itakat mo talaga yan. Either medial lateral or median cut. Pero of course, nire-repair naman ulit yan.
Pero may na-open.
But there are times, dapat wala. Dapat hindi yan bubuka. At yung suture na ginagamit dyan ay absorbable o kusang natutunaw. Okay? Sometimes, hindi naman kailangan mag-cut. Usually, ginagawa lang ito sa mga first timer, mga trainees. Okay? Mga unang beses na mga anak. Yung second, third, fourth, hindi na yan kinakat. Unless sobrang laki ng baby. Okay? Maliwanag ba?
Yes.
Ma'am pagkambal.
Ang pagkambal, automatic yun. CS.
Yes.
Ano ibig sabihin CS sa'yo?
Ay, malamang. Ano ba sa mga?
Bakit 50-50 buhay mo pag mga tapos minsan lang?
Okay. Mahirap kasi mga anak eh. Mahirap talaga. Kasi, hindi mo alam kung complicated ba o uncomplicated yung delivery. Kasi minsan, nangyayari na lang, halimbawa, normal yung prenatal check-up mo, biglang pagdating din sa araw na yun, biglang tumaas yung BP. Eclampsia yun, class. Mamamatay yung pasyente nun. Kasi, pag sinabi mo eclampsia, nagkakaroon ng vasoconstriction ang lahat ng blood vessels pati sa utak. Kaya, ang unang sintomas niyan ay seizure. Nakita niyo yung pasyente, kapag nanganak siya ng eclampsia dahil sa taas ng BP, nagsi-seizure and then eventually mamamatay na siya. So, kahit hindi siya hypertensive, kahit wala siya, normal ang BP niya, nung nagpapacheck up, alagang-alaga siya, there are instances. Okay? There are instances na nangyayari yun. Okay? So, kaya nga kapag ang babae nagmana, medyo maingat na kami dyan. Ibig sabihin, hindi nakakalabas ang fluid. So, merong reabsorption ng sodium and water. Pag mataas ang reabsorption ng sodium and water, tataas ang blood volume. Tataas ang peripheral resistance, pabalik sa unoxygenated blood, dala-dala ng superior vena cava. Pag tumaas yun, tataas ang pressure. Eclampsia ito. Maliwanag ba? Clear? Okay. The next part of my lecture will be pregnancy.
Ay, ma'am, hindi pa ba tapos?
Hindi pa. Naku, maba pa.
Gano'n akong bata.
Pagod na kayo?
55 minutes.
Ako rin na eh. Okay. During pregnancy, okay, again, from the secondary oocyte released by the ovary and the union of the sperm cell in the fallopian tube. So if I ask in the exam, site for fertilization, fallopian tube. Site for implantation, uterus. Responsible for the release of the egg cells, ovary. Okay. So from the time the secondary oocyte, nangyari na yung fertilization in the fallopian tube, ang tawag dyan sa union ng egg and sperm cell fertilization, and the product is your zygote. Okay? It will undergo meiosis. Diba, sa animal cell and plant cell, mitosis. At saka sa other cells. Diba? Yung cells natin, may coating yun, diba? Nalala niyo pa yung prophase, telophase, and okay, ang telophase. Itong meiosis, nangyayari lang yan sa sex cells. So, ibig sabihin ng meiosis, sex cell division. Or division of sex cells. Meaning, your egg cell and the sperm cell. The union of the egg cell and the sperm cell is your zygote. Okay? Ito yung product ng fertilization. Hindi na tawag sa, ito yung otherwise known as fertilized ovum. It's the other term for zygote. Okay? Ito ay mangyayari lamang sa loob ng 24 oras. 24 hours. The journey of the zygote will start from there until such time it reaches the 8th week. O 2 months. Zygote then becomes blastocyst. So, hindi na zygote ang tawag dyan. Blastocyst na. Pagpatapos ng 9th week, it will become embryo. But in some books, from the first 24 hours up to the 8th week, considered as embryo na. Okay? So, until such time, 9th week onwards, becomes fetus. Okay? We measured the age of the fetus via the Crown-Rump length. Don't worry, I will not discuss it in detail kasi i-discuss it sa inyo when you go to your 3rd year in maternal and child care.
Hindi ganun.
So, brief discussion lang to. Crown-Rump length. Your Crown-Rump length is the measurement that we use or the guide or the basis for measuring the age of the fetal development. Okay? Crown refers to the head of the fetus. Rump refers to the lower end for the fetus. So you measure the length, the age of the fetal development. Up to 9 months, the crown-rump length should be, your CRS, for an average normal delivery should be 35 to 42 centimeters. The average weight of the baby is 6 to 10 pounds. Dapat, ang huling ultrasound ng nanay, bago siya magkapuanan, ang haba ng bata ay nasa 35 to 42 centimeters at ang bigat ay nasa 6 to 10 pounds. If, in case, more than 10 pounds, more than 42 centimeters, automatic cesarean section.